Peace, everyone. I am Cherokee with Tell 'em Tribe Tarot, and we are coming through with another live reading. Tonight, we're asking our spirit guides, why has love failed me in the past? On this beautiful full moon in Gemini. And of course, I'm a Gemini. As always, if you don't remember or if you're new, this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate. So take what resonates and leave behind what does not. Why has love failed Gemini in the past? So I see the Hermit card in reverse. And then the Fool card in reverse. So immediately this is pulling on an energy of someone who may not know when it's time to let go. So in the past, maybe you have held on to a relationship longer than you were supposed to. Or it could be an energy of someone who withdraws in their relationship in moments when you needed to be pulling closer to your partner so that you could converse about the things that are bothering you instead of shutting them out and making them feel isolated from you as you were isolating yourself. This particular energy also has the tendency to be a little flighty when this occurs. Maybe when the relationship does not work out, you lose the idea of why you were in the relationship to begin with, and maybe make it about you and your feelings. So maybe feeling selfish or being selfish, and it affected your partner in a negative way. You withdrew, and that made your partner feel isolated, and all in all, it dissolved the relationship. So the advice now would be is to always work on yourself, work on the things that make you feel unheard. Maybe your inner child felt like you were always stifled, or you were put in a corner and no one really listened to what your point of view was. So whenever you feel as though in your relationships, your partner isn't really listening to you, you shut down. But this is an opportunity, Gemini, for you to open up to your partner about the things that makes you uncomfortable and the things that trigger you, so that you can make for a better foundation for your relationship. So that's why love failed you in the past. It's due to the things that you weren't addressing internally, and it affected your partner in a negative way because you withdrew, isolated yourself, instead of being on one accord with your partner and keeping them in the loop with where your mind was. So I hope that resonated for someone. Aquarius, why has love failed Aquarius in the past? Why has love failed Aquarius in the past? Okay, so the Justice card. And if you notice, I'm using a new deck that I critiqued recently, the Pulp Girls deck. And it was a shock, as always, when I get super new decks with unique pictures and then I end up falling in love with the deck. Oh, the second card is the King of Wands. So for this particular Aquarius, again, take what resonates and leave behind what does not. You may have been the aggressor in your relationship, or the person you have big energy and you have big plans and you have big dreams, and everything in the past is just really huge. And it may, your accomplishments and the things that you do and the way you assert them, it didn't necessarily include your partner. I also feel like maybe someone went away for a while. It could be that it was due to some government program or whatever the case may be. It wasn't necessarily a separation. You didn't walk away from the relationship, and you weren't pulled away in a way where your partner couldn't be supportive and you could balance it out. It was more so your approach to the relationship was as if what you said goes, no matter how that person chimed in. And also Sagittarius, Aries, Leo energy present, Libra energies present. maybe even Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. Yeah, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra energy is present. But your energy was just so abrasive and at times maybe inconsiderate to your partner's feelings. You may always felt like you're on the right side of things. This is an energy of someone who did not like to be wrong. So currently what your spirit guides are asking you to work on is the way how you deliver things. Even if you feel as though you're right, and you may very well be right, a relationship takes two to tango, and it's a give and take. And sometimes you have to take the high road, but all in all, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And we hear that phrase time and time again, that life lesson time and time again, and it's true and it's effective. How you say things affects the people that you love. How you say things affects the people that you don't love. It affects the way how life comes at you, and you know how life can come at you fast. It's very easy to come off as an asshole when you're not really an asshole. You just want to get your thoughts out. You want to let people know this is where you stand and you know what you're talking about, and that's fine. But you have to be considerate to other people's thoughts and emotions. You always have the creative goal. You always have the creative ideas. You always are it's like the start and the finish. But you also have to give your partner the opportunity to flourish and show what it is that they bring to the table, which is because that's why you were with them to begin with. Now, this relationship of the past that didn't work out, Aquarius, that's okay. But going forward, you would need to be mindful of the way how you deliver the things that you say so that you don't scare your partner off. Okay, so next we have Libra. Libra. Why has love failed Libra in the past? I love that I turned the light down. I love that even with my air conditioner off, because you guys know every week I have to keep it off so it's not super loud. I don't like the background noise. I just like the peace. And I feel so peaceful with my dim lights, with my candle. It's serene. And it's perfect for love readings, right? Oh, wow. This is here. The hanged one. And it's in the reverse. But if I flipped it this way, it'd be in the upright position. So I'll read it in both positions. So why has love failed Libra in the past? All right, Libra, let's see. I really like these cards. I should probably update my review, right? Well, my review was pretty okay. It wasn't bad. I just didn't like the card stock, and I still don't really like the card stock, but it's not the end of the world. And they're affordable enough for me to replace them if push come to shove and I shuffle aggressively and rip them. So that's okay. The Nine of Pentacles. So why has love failed you in the past? So I feel like for this particular Libra, remember, take what resonates and leave behind what does not. You may have left your relationship behind or put your relationship on hold for your career, for your job, for your business, just to excel professionally. And you may not have wanted to do that, but you were willing to sacrifice anything whatsoever to see your dreams come to light. And that's what you did. You accomplished really amazing things in the past while in this relationship with your person. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy present. But you did not take the time to enjoy what it is that you worked for. You were never really satisfied. And this may have given your partner the impression that you weren't satisfied with them or they weren't good enough. And sometimes if you're with the wrong person, that would allow that person to take advantage of you and the beautiful things that you bring to the relationship. So I imagine that you were with someone who reflected you and who had goals as well. And maybe this person also did not have time for the relationship either, but you loved each other very much. But I feel like you may have pulled your energy back, not even realizing it, to, create more opportunity in your life so that you can have financial security. And you are already wealthy, like you are intelligent, you are goal-driven, goal-oriented, and people really respect you for your creative flow, but you are addicted to making money. and your relationship suffered because of that. So your spirit guides are saying that you not being in a relationship or pulling away from the relationship was actually a good thing for you, because being in a relationship with someone and you're not giving them the adequate amount of attention and love that they need and not putting in your 110%, it's going to cause a relationship to fall apart. Your person constantly asking you for the same things over and over again, and as much as you wanted to give it to them, you just knew you did not have the time. So yes, it was a blessing in disguise for this relationship to be dissolved. However, currently, you need to work on balancing work life and home life, career life and home life. Really decide, are you wanting to have a partner because it looks good on paper or it looks good to the public? Or do you really want a partner to share this life with? You know, I see some of you, or feel some of you might think, you know, if I fall too deeply in love, it'll take me from my work. But if you fall deeply in love, a healthy love, it will enhance your work. So that's something that you're going to have to work on. So I hope this resonates for someone. Libra, remember, take what resonates and leave behind what does not. Now we're going to move on to our water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So Pisces, why has love failed Pisces in the past? Ooh, the Tower card. You see that? A huge awakening. Huge. All right. And then the Empress. So let's see. Pisces are passionate people. And when you bring the best out in a Pisces, they give you the world. And I feel like in your past relationship, you gave your person the world. But what happened was they may not have felt as though you were being completely honest with them about what you wanted from them. They may have felt like they were a space holder. Maybe your person felt like you were their wish fulfillment, but based on your lack of communication and understanding that the feelings were not reciprocated. I think communication is key, as always. Yeah, the Nine of Cups energy on the bottom of the deck. I did need some assistance with these two cards, because the Empress is a beautiful card of fertility and growth, and, you know, just being stable and understanding. And so you had someone that was, you know, understanding and caring and loving and just wanting the best of you. But you felt like with this Nine of Cups energy that you were maybe their prize. So you didn't have to really work hard to keep them. And I feel like this person may have walked away from you, Pisces, or you walked away from this person. The roles can be reversed. It fell apart because there wasn't enough openness and understanding. Like there was not enough oneness. Like you both knew what you wanted, but you didn't know how to communicate to get it from each other. So your current energy, you're being challenged to grow from the Tower moment, to grow from the shambles, from ground zero, to really understand yourself so that you can explain yourself clearly to others. So you have to work on your communication, and you have to work on the things in the past that caused you to close down or to not feel as if you have the confidence to speak on the things that bother you. Because for this particular Pisces, you may feel as though your problems are your problems, and you have this person that you love and care about so much, this person that just touches things and it grows, and you don't want to taint their life. So Pisces, you have to practice being honest even when it's difficult. And sometimes you may not be dishonest by speaking any lies, but you may be dishonest by keeping your feelings to yourself when everything is not okay. So you have to do exercises that allows you to be more comfortable being vulnerable to your person. All right. So Cancer, why has love failed Cancer in the past? Four of Pentacles. So maybe you were being selfish about something. And the Hermit. So you've been being selfish with your time, Cancer. Maybe see what's on the bottom of the deck. Oh yeah, Two of Swords. So Cancer, you were you are committed to being in your own way. And I don't think you were ready for the relationship that you were in the past for this particular Cancer that I'm speaking to. You may have been with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. Also, either Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. All the signs are here. However, you were very, very secretive about something. Like, you kept things from your partner, or even things that were so simple, because I'm not sure why. You just had like secrets. And when you hold back in that way, your person feels that. I also feel like your person, just like in the Hermit card, your person always is looking for you, like hoping, like asking you to open up, like just talk to me. Please, just don't shut me out. Balance is important. It's okay to give and take. Of course, there's some things that you have to keep to yourself, because we all are individuals and we all have our own inhibitions, and we have our things that trigger us and makes us feel some kind of way. But the things that are affecting your partner, those are the things that you have to communicate about. And I feel like you were in this energy of trying to mold who you are as a person while being in a relationship, and you were so careful because you did not want to lose yourself, but you ended up losing your partner. So the advice that I have for you, Cancer, is that you're going to keep repeating the same cycle over and over again if you take this approach to the relationship, where you feel as though you can pick and choose what you explain to your partner, or when you feel as though your partner is not being sensitive to you, and instead of opening up, you say things that are hurtful. But you are choosing to not see your weaknesses, and that's why your cycle is repeating over and over again. I sense an energy of someone who is being extremely careful with their heart, but now is the time for you to challenge yourself, to decide that you want to change things, so that the next relationship that you take on, you know you're coming with a clean slate and no baggage from the past. Why has love failed Scorpio in the past? Oh, the World. So your world was turned upside down for some reason, Scorpio. Oh, we're gonna have to pull a third card for you, because there was a spiritual awakening that had to happen. There was a spiritual awakening that had to happen. And I feel like someone, ouch, I almost burnt the shit out my hand. Oh, why did that happen? When you see why that happened, you see all this fire and brimstone, and then the World in reverse. Like, I feel like someone cheated. Someone was dishonest and someone cheated. The Queen of Cups energy. There was someone who wanted a relationship with you, Scorpio, and then they cheated and flipped your world upside down. And I feel like they even made you, like, the way how your relationship started was on the wrong foot anyway. You were in a relationship when you got in this relationship. And the sad part about it, this person that you were with the overall energy, this person was taking care of you. And I'm not talking about financially, maybe that too, but I'm talking about this person was taking care of your mental health, like helping you to grow through things, Scorpio, and helping you to find out more things about yourself. And then you just kind of switched up. You found someone else. Maybe you started getting your mojo back, or I feel like you might have thought they weren't as attractive as they used to be. And you switched up. Or maybe your person switched up on you, Scorpio. I think that you approached this relationship incorrectly. I think in the past, regardless of to who switched up, I think both of you were possibly in a relationship. Someone decided in a relationship that we need balance. We need to tone things down a bit. One of you was more spiritual than the other, basically unequally yoked, and you were just in it to win it. But at the same time, you knew this wasn't going to be your person for real, because they weren't on the energetic level that you were on. It's like you have a Christian and you have a heathen. You don't say a heathen. A Christian and a heathen. That's pretty much, you know. But like a Christian and an atheist, but energetically that's how you were. You had someone that was cool, calm, and collected, or maybe you, Scorpio, were cool, calm, and collected, and that person was just out there in the world, turning the world upside down. And you was trying to calm them down, and you inspired them to kind of get on your level, but they couldn't stay on that level, and that's why y'all fell apart. But I feel like you and this person got together when you both were in another relationship, or maybe you, Scorpio, was in a relationship with somebody who was on your level spiritually, but you got bored, or you just had a weak moment and all that shit fell down. That person probably left. Let's see what just for kicks. Yeah, see, immature conversations, low-key conversations. You met somebody online through Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, somewhere you met them online, and you let something really small and immature take it to a level that it shouldn't have, and then you ended up leaving your queen of cups. You ended up leaving your queen, and for this immature energy, and then now look, the whole world is upside down and it fell apart. So obviously you know what you did wrong. I don't have to tell you, but sometimes you need a little nudge, a little reminder. Your guides want you to work on the parts of you that feels as though you have to have the best of everyone at the expense of anything. I hope that resonates. Why has love failed Taurus in the past? I enjoy shuffling. This top makes my chest look so flat. Like, it's flat, but it looks like super flat. Like, it's too wide. But I still love my little Chinese website. Why has love... And I still haven't greased my little... Look, I haven't greased my little stool. I think it gives it character. No? I do. The World card. Love failed you in the past because you wanted the best of both worlds. Your spirit guides gave you an ounce and you took a gallon. Your spirit guides gave you an inch and you took a mile. You see, there was a time in the relationship where you took a little break. Maybe this is for a Taurus who's been with their person for a while. And y'all decided that, you know what, we're going to have to take a little break. Because sometimes you do need to take a break away. Maybe you spend time with the person all the time and y'all don't have individual lives. Yes, I know in a relationship you do everything together. You build a foundation and you constantly build on it until you have something massive and unbreakable. But y'all already did that. But then you got so accustomed to your process and it became so redundant and predictable. So you decided that you wanted to take a break. So I don't think that there was any infidelity per se in the relationship. Yeah, it was just time for you to take a break. Maybe you felt like there was something out there in the world, Taurus, that you wanted that you couldn't get from your person. I think someone may have brought up the idea in the past within the relationship, or you may have had a conversation with someone who suggested maybe you guys should bring in a third party. But that wasn't something that you wanted to do. You thought it would be a better idea, Taurus, is if you took a break from your person. So I feel like right now, this particular Taurus energy that I'm feeling, I don't feel like your person is out there being wild, but I do feel like your world feels a little uncomfortable because they're not in it. But this is your spirit guides challenging you to see life on your own, not because you need to be cut off from your person indefinitely, but just to get in touch with who you were before that relationship started, because whoever you were before that relationship started, Taurus, attracted that person. You put that energy out and it vibrated, and that person saw you, and that's what you loved. That's what they loved about you, and that's what you loved about yourself. So now that you're apart, you're going to find that person again. And then that person, your ex, is going to find that person within themselves again. And I think that you'll come back and be bigger and stronger this go round. So good for you, Taurus. Why has love failed Virgo in the past? Damn. All right, I'm going to take the Hermit card again. It's like Spirit just kicked it out and said, that's for Virgo too. Virgo, maybe you were withdrawn in your last relationship. Or maybe that you were, this is an introvert. Or, yeah, this is someone who's very, 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 very introverted. Like, you're so introverted that it makes you anxious, Virgo. That's so interesting because I can relate. Well, I'm not so introverted where it makes me anxious anymore, but I know what it feels like to be an introvert and not want to be around people. It's just what it is. So this is someone who took a stab at a relationship and they still had the same persona of that single mentality. Not single and mingling, but not necessarily explaining what's going on in your mind, which is what you need to do when you're in a relationship, Virgo. So you have the Hermit card in reverse, Virgo. And then also the Justice card in reverse. So someone may have felt that you owed them one. Someone may have felt in your past relationship why love failed you, Virgo, is that you owed them your honesty. You owed them your trust. And you weren't open enough in your relationship for it to sustain. Someone may have felt like you've wronged them. And remember, the roles can be reversed. This can be you feeling that you've been wronged by your person, Virgo, and you were owed that trust and honesty, and that person withdrew from you for whatever reason. Maybe you feel as though you don't know how to express your emotions. Like when you try to say how you feel, Virgo, it always comes out wrong. So you always hold it in. And then this person always says that I deserve, I keep Tank, probably playing Tank as well. Virgo, do you still have CDs? A little CD book? I don't know, but I'm seeing like somebody playing so slow songs. I deserve Tank, old 90s R&B music. Maybe that's how your person retaliated when you weren't communicating effectively with them. And it's so interesting because people, instead of just having a conversation, one conversation can solve anything or everything. And one conversation can also make everything worse. But interestingly enough, I feel like you felt like you were wrong because your person withdrew from you, or you withdrew from your person. Yeah, and then on the bottom of the deck, when y'all withdraw from each other, y'all feel that gravitational pull, and then you come right back in this toxic energy. And it's not even toxic because of toxic is toxic, but you guys always come back. Like, you would go into silent mode and not speak to each other. You'll be in the same house not talking for a couple of days. Or you might be in a long distance relationship and put your phone on do not disturb and lie about it. But this person is just not used to being in a relationship, or not used to explaining themselves to someone. And eventually whoever is on the receiving end of a person who's stonewalling them is not going to feel like a sense of belonging in their own situation. Your person is supposed to make you feel comfortable. Of course, you're supposed to feel comfortable in your own skin. However, in a relationship, you become one. But someone was just separating themselves energetically from their person. And then with the Justice card, it was just like, well, you know what? I deserve better, so I'm out. So you could have left this relationship, Virgo, or your person could have left this relationship. But I feel like with the Knight of Cups, like they want to come back, or you want to go back. It's okay to have your time of solitude. It's okay to be yourself. That's not what caused a relationship to fail. It's when you make excuses to stay the same. It's when you don't hear your partner out, even if you think what they're saying is unreasonable. So you have to dig within to find out why it is that when you're being shown something that's not so great about yourself, why you're not so receptive to receiving that. So that's all that I have for you. So Capricorn. So we have the King of Cups energy. So we know that you went into your relationship in the past wholeheartedly, Capricorn, with all your cards on the table and knowing how you were feeling and knowing what you wanted out of your connection. And then the Knight of Pentacles. So then you went into the relationship, and one person, I think the relationship might have been unstable because you were given two different things. So one person came into the relationship with money, and you came into the relationship with feelings. So the thing about it is, your person was given all the money because that's how they show love. So you came into the relationship with two different love languages, and then you came in Your person came in with the money and you came in with all of the emotional sense. So your person, Capricorn, didn't have an emotional intelligence. They didn't know how to communicate without showing it through the things that they would purchase for you, Capricorn. And that was a bit of a challenge for you because you've never really crossed paths with someone who couldn't articulate without things. You thought that was so fickle, but it was also a turn on for you because they came into your life at a time where you needed what they had to offer. What happened was your person kept building on what they were good at, and you kept building on what you were good at, and you never came together to have a cohesive union that you both could have benefited from. So it probably ended in catastrophe. Now, I don't know who walked away from who. It could have been an amicable situation because this isn't a person that was... They were the way with the knight being here, it was almost like they were saying, like, you come to me. I have what you need, right? You come to me. So the relationship just felt like it was arranged in a sense. Or it could have just been like you had to move on each other's time. And it just wasn't healthy. And that's why it didn't work out. On the bottom of the deck, yeah, the world in reverse. The world is just showing up all around this thing. It's not going anywhere. It's just happening. It was a spiritual awakening for both parties involved because when you withdraw the money, all you're left with is the emotions and the emotional baggage and the things that you're not talking about. When you withdraw the money, also you're left being broke. So the relationship could have caused you emotional stress, financial stress, because now you were on your own with figuring out what to do financially. But this could have been on the flip side, Capricorn. This could have been you coming into the relationship with all the money and the other person coming in with the emotional intelligence. But the fact of the matter is that you weren't working on one accord. So what your spirit guides want you to work on, Capricorn, is seeing people beyond what they can do for you in the moment. It's what you're projecting. You're projecting that if you can't do much for me, I really don't have much for you. But interestingly, you have that emotional intelligence, you have that emotional understanding, and you have that to give, but you may not just be ready for that type of connection. So in the meantime, if you're in a waiting period right now, you just need to focus on what it is that you want out of a relationship and make sure that you have that to give as well. All right, Capricorn. Sagittarius, why has love failed you in the past? Four of Pentacles, someone was being almost... It's like Spirit wants me to burn my cards. Like, I don't know if my spirit guys like these cards. Like, it's been like plenty of times I don't burn my arm in the candle. Maybe it's just not a good spot for my candle. Four of Pentacles. So with the Four of Pentacles and the High Priestess, so you may have felt that your intuition was telling you something, but you was having a hard time believing it. And whenever you start questioning your intuition, that means that you're losing connection with your north. Maybe you got so invested into this relationship that you forgot you didn't forget your values, but you didn't really enforce them. You didn't enforce the things that agitated you because this is like your wish fulfillment. And then it was all good and dandy at first, like love at first sight. And then they kind of like, they were doing things that you couldn't really put your finger on. You never had any proof, but you always felt that something was a little off, but you stuck around because you didn't want to believe that they weren't who they said they were. And then with the Four of Pentacles, look at this person. They were holding on to you, even though they knew that they weren't being completely straight up with you. So I feel like maybe this relationship isn't completely over for some of you. Yeah, the Ace of Pentacles, like they're giving you, it's like they're baiting you with all of the beautiful things that you love in a relationship. They're showing you that they have the potential of being your lifelong partner, but they still have things that they have to work on, like being selfish with you. But as time went along, you realize that why is it I'm not really spending as much time with my friends, and I don't mind because I have the person that I want. I'm not really spending that much time with my family because I have the person that I want. I don't really want kids for real because I got the person that I want. And there's no children in this relationship either. So you were having a hard time reading your own intuition, because not only did you disconnect from your family, you disconnected from your friends, you disconnected from self, and you kind of lost yourself in this connection. And this is not necessarily a connection that is conducive to a healthy lifestyle mentally. So I feel like now you're in the space where you're reminiscing and you're missing this person, but you know, every time that you think about this person, you remember that they took away everything and everyone that you loved because they wanted you all for themselves. So I think the lesson for you to learn here, Sagittarius, is that you have to remember your why. You have to remember your one. You have to remember your north. You can't put anyone above yourself. You have to love yourself the way that you want to be loved. And the minute a person shows you who they are, you have to believe them. Just be careful who you allow into your space. Realize that not all that glitters is gold. Why has love failed, Aries, in the past? You had everything that you needed in the past relationship. You felt like the past relationship was your wish fulfillment. This was not your karmic. This is definitely the person that you wanted to be with. The Six of Pentacles. And you felt like you gave your all in this relationship. But I feel like this was not necessarily a failure. I think it was just bad timing. I don't think love failed you at all. I think you're very much so still in love with this person. You met this person at a time in your life where you felt like the timing was off. This is someone that you would do charitable things with, Aries. This is someone that inspired you to see the best in yourself. I think that you were afraid of how grand this connection could have been, Aries. I feel like you allowed this different, see, with the Four of Swords, you took you just thought that maybe too much is happening too soon. You just thought, maybe if I kind of pull back, I can see if this is for real. You may have felt like this connection was too good to be true. So you decided to take some time out for yourself, to take a break from the relationship. Maybe you weren't ready for marriage and this person was ready for marriage. But I don't think this relationship failed per se. I feel like you all took a break from each other because things was just moving too quickly. And I think that's a beautiful thing, that you would take time away from someone respectfully and not have any negative vibes or any negative annotations regarding the decision, because you want to see if this is what you truly want to do, as opposed to staying in a relationship and doing things that you will later regret. So more power to you, Aries. Love failed Leo in the past. What the hell kind of shuffle is that? Knight of Cups, moving too fast. Moving too fast. I feel like someone was a little bit obsessed. Ace of Cups. This would be the last reading, right? When I turn the light up, shedding light on the darkness, shedding light on all the dark corners. Leo, you had a situation in the past. Yeah. You wouldn't believe me if I told you this. Look at this. You had the 8 of Wands. So I'm gonna keep this short and cute, but it's so interesting that this is the last. This is how we going out. So we going out with a bang. This person got into this relationship on a mutual understanding that y'all were gonna be there for each other. You went through the honeymoon phase, blah blah blah. Love each other, travel to each other. So y'all might have lived in like different cities or different states, different countries, I don't know. But with the overall energy of the deck, this seems like it was a long distance relationship. So y'all would travel maybe on the weekends to see each other. It was like your weekend boo, but it was somebody that you were really committed to. Interestingly enough, you were trying to move in together. You were trying to bridge the gap between us because y'all really vibed. Y'all had a vibe that was like no other. Like, this was a new beginning. This was amazing. But then I think something happened that gave you the impression that this person was a little bit crazy. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energies are present. Sagittarius, Aries, Leo energies are present. So you could have been dealing with another Leo or a Sagittarius or an Aries. But I strongly, and when I say strong in my soul, feel that it was a water sign. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And this person just kind of like wanted to be in your skin. Now, I can relate in a sense, not in a psycho sense. I can relate in a sense where when I fall in love, I fall much that you just want to eat their face. And it's not psycho. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? So, Leo, I get it. Y'all was super close, but then this person was a little bit uneasily close. And they always wanted to be around you. They always wanted to be in your space. They never left your space. You had a hard time getting rid of this person. So it may have been that you all did decide to move in together, or maybe like had like a little 2-week vacation or a little 2-week trip where this person didn't go back home. So you didn't know that maybe they took a one-way flight to come to you, and then they started getting, look at the 3 of Cups. Y'all celebrated, y'all had a good time. You have to get more cards, Leo, because this shit turned into a shit show. Y'all had a good time. Y'all had an amazing relationship. This person is so much fun. They bring out the best in you, but they are borderline crazy. Or maybe they have borderline personality. When I see the 3 of Cups here, it's not because y'all was celebrating together or with friends or whatever. I feel like this person had like 3 different personalities. And you found out after they took that trip. They didn't mention that they're on medication or they did things a little bit differently. All they knew was you were their first real relationship. You were their first it's not funny, but it's just like, Leo, you decided that, you know what, I'm gonna go all the way in because you was just dogging motherfuckers. You was just having the time of your life, and this is the person you chose to settle with, and they turned out to be a little off. And not just off, but like legally crazy. They took a one-way flight to come live with you or to come visit you. You thought it was a 2-way flight. And then when it was time to leave in 2 weeks, they didn't want to go home, or they made excuses to leave. And then it just turned into a situation where you were like, oh shit, I have a situation on my hand. And interestingly, this person knew about the whole 2-week rule. You living with somebody for 2 weeks, you can't get them out. Now they became a squatter. So you had this whole situation that blew out of proportion. Love didn't work out for you in the past because the person that you were with was crazy. The situation is still weighing on you emotionally, which is why there's so many cups here. I feel like you still have love for this person. It's just really difficult to love them through all their conditions because, one, they didn't tell you about the condition, ironically, and because you're so compassionate about, you know, who you care about and who you love, you forgave them, but you're not forgetting. But it's still affecting you in a way because I feel like they still here. Maybe they don't live with you, but they still live in the area that they visited you. It's like on some real psycho type shit. But I would go into this further, but I have to end this reading. But Leo, when people are visiting, don't have them visit and stay in your apartment or your house for longer than 2 weeks. Put a cap on that shit. Like, you could come for 2 to 3 days, meet up at a hotel. You know, it was a long distance relationship. Have some reverence about your space and about yourself. Don't be so quick to open up your entire energy to someone that you never really met in person. Well, you did meet in person, but you never met for a very long time. You know, you'd see each other on the weekend, so you'd only see the good in this person, and then wham, bam, bam, they're crazy. So your spirit guide just wants you to be more vigilant when it comes to meeting people. Be on your P's and Q's. Ask questions. Ask the questions that you would want to know, okay? So anyways, that was a very interesting reading. We made it to the end of the reading. So you know, if you'd like to book a personal reading, you can go to TellThemTribeTarot.com and select book a reading, and you can book a personal reading with me, IG video call, or an emailed reading. Email readings are my more popular readings. Anyways, it was such a beautiful, beautiful time tonight. We had the ambiance of the candle, and anyone who commented in the interacted with me in the comments has now qualified for a free emailed reading, and it's a comprehensive reading. So you get like a long reading regarding your question when I pull the names on Sunday. So I appreciate you. Love and light. Take care. See you next week. Tribe.